Hello, welcome back to my channel. Yeah, we are back on again, and I'll start the second half of the year with a review of the Harley Benton SC Custom Ocean Flame. Quite a nice guitar. Yeah, it's transparent. I don't know if you can see that in that light here now. It has a quad A maple veneer, flame maple veneer, 22 threads, so-called Roseacer. As far as I understood, that is baked maple. Grover tuners, everybody says that in the YouTube reviews, and I can confirm it is actually Grover tuners. The 2018 model, however, has new pickups, Roswell pickups, AlNiCo-5 vintage style. It's got a stop tailpiece, and it got 2 volume, one here and 1 tone, toggle switch, everything in place where it should be. I bought this guitar because I wanted to have something with a shorter scale. I usually play Fender style guitars with a slightly longer scale, and yeah, I wanted something that is shorter, which makes it easier to play live, and also something that's more affordable, where it doesn't break the bank and it doesn't hurt too much if it's broken or if it got stolen, etc, etc, but still has a decent enough tone. So let's have a look what it sounds like. I play it dry, it's not connected yet, and so I give you just like some strumming, and then you can hear what it actually sounds live. So as you can hear, it's actually, well, played dry, it's actually got a decent tone. I was pleasantly surprised hearing that. And yeah, maybe I would also like to add, it comes with Daddario 10-46 standard fitted, so these are actually the strings out of the box, and I play a Dario anyway, so that suits me perfectly. Yeah, for the rest, there's not that much to say about it. It's a decent enough guitar, it's well set up, as you can hear. It comes out of the box very nicely tuned, the action is good, the intonation is very good, it's really well set up. Flat C-shaped neck, also quite playable. The overall build quality of this guitar is actually quite nice. For me, there's nothing to complain, but I'm not the kind of person who's niggling about minor details. One thing maybe to add, the fitting or the finishing of the threads, you can feel them a little bit, but not that they hurt or something, and when you play you don't notice them at all. The only thing where they're really not nicely set up is actually here on the top, starting like from the, what is that, 15th to 17th fret something. Obviously there where you cannot reach, they had this thing like, okay, there's like nobody plays there, of nobody plays there or grabs there anyway, so we can keep a little bit on the easy side here. Also new in the 2018 version is it now has coil split for the humbuckers, and we can hear that in a second. So talking about sound, I'd like to give you some examples how it sounds amplified. I really like it. It's really good. It's got definitely a very vintage tone. So let's listen at this. Next, I'd like to point out the setup of the stop tail piece for me was a little bit too tight. And since in that price range it's most likely a beginner's guitar, if you're a beginner and consider this or you got it, these are 10 to 46, and I recommend for you that you like loosen those two screws from the stop tail piece, so move it up a notch, about like two full turns roughly. About this has the effect that the tension, the string tension, will be released a little bit, makes the strings softer for bendings and playing, etc., etc. Another thing that I did was with the bridge pickup. The bridge pickup actually I put down also by about 2 turns, like 2 turns, 2 millimeters. It had a tendency to get tinny in the higher range. Somewhere here. And also it was not really transparent, which I was actually quite surprised because it is a low output AlNiCo pickup. I think it only has like a resistance of like 8 point something kilo ohm or something, so it should be actually rather transparent, but it wasn't. And but therefore it had some punch to it unexpectedly, so I thought so maybe it's a little bit too high, and so it was. So I reduced the height by about 2 millimeters, and that opened up the sound, so it's less tinny now in the higher register and is way more transparent. The sound of the guitar, what I think personally is really vintage. So it reminds me of old Kiss, like I was made for loving you and that kind of stuff. If you have that guitar tone, the rhythm tone in mind, that's pretty much what this guitar sounds like. I mean, it's made out of mahogany, and as far as I know, the top is only veneer, so it's basically like a big chunk of mahogany, not much of maple going on besides the fretboard maybe. I hope you enjoyed that one. So next one will be the high gain setting on the amp, and then we play some solo stuff there as well. Next I do some riffing so that you can hear how this guitar performs in metal, and the amp settings are classic, bass, treble, full in, gain, full in, and the mids are all the way out. Check it out. Another thing that I would like to point out actually is the frets themselves. The frets are classed, I heard it from other reviews on YouTube, as medium jumbo. No. For me, I'm sorry to say, but for me they're not medium jumbo, they're not even medium anything, they're super flat. That means that it is actually quite hard, quite tricky, or needs a little more experience to get a good tone out of it. And also this guitar doesn't play overly fast. Despite the fact that it is a shorter scale. And last but not least, since these type of guitars, especially in the vintage setting, are also known to have a very nice bluesy and jazzy tone with the neck pickup, I'll give you some clean tones with the neck pickup. I hope you enjoyed this quick review on this guitar. I'm definitely gonna keep it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, follow, share if you want. That would be fantastic. It helps this channel obviously. And I'm saying for now, so long.